to our glorious Christmas mukbang, or MUKBANG. We don't know how to pronounce it, but we love food and we're very excited to celebrate Christmas with you guys.
We're actually about to throw a Christmas party. We couldn't help ourselves but to dig in before they get here.
Our friends can have like the leftovers.
It's actually a big deal that we're hosting our own party because we are very socially awkward and anxious. And we do try to avoid social situations as much as we can.
It's a lot easier for some reason to sit down in front of a camera with thousands of people rather than small party, which is a lot more overwhelming for us.
But this is the season for celebrating, and food brings people together. It's a bonding mechanism. Is that the right word?
Me and Nessie have been trying to get out of our comfort zones because change doesn't happen if you're comfortable. We have been trying to chill out and be more vulnerable in social situations and not like finally escape door too soon. We even have code languages or secret looks to like escape situations where we feel uncomfortable. Last night we went to a little Christmas gathering with friends we've just made. We did well socializing.
Well, you did alright. I felt like my body language was very overtly awkward.
When I feel uncomfortable socially, I become really in touch with my limbs. Like I wonder like what should I do with my hands? When I walk past people, my arms go floppy. I just don't know what to do with myself. I like forget which arm is meant to come first when I'm walking, and I start kind of like right arm and right leg. I just forget how to walk. Last night, Nessie did a little bit of dancing. People were like, Anna, why aren't you dancing? And I was like, I have no shame in admitting that I am literally the worst dancer in the entire world. I just have no body dancing coordination. And I was telling people about when I was younger, sometimes I used to wake up from sleeping and I would be locked in my sleeping position. I wouldn't know how to get out of it, and that's how unco I am. Before we go on to complain about our social anxiety, how cute are these heart plates that we got?
There was no price on them and I was like, they're probably pretty expensive, let's not even bother.
And I was like, Nessie, don't be so pessimistic.
Take a chance, Nessie.
Let's go and scan the plates, Nessie, and see how much they are, Nessie.
Nessie.
And then the checkout chick said, Nessie, these plates are only $3. Nessie.
Anyway, so back to our social anxiety. It wasn't until maybe a month ago that we put the puzzle pieces together.
We've always suffered with this, but we never realized that other people didn't. We just thought that other people maybe hid it really well. We would always avoid phone calls. If you're my friend and you want to call me, you would have to call like 20 times before I actually choose to answer.
And I realized the reason for this. Communication is the scariest thing to us in the whole world. And so having to rely completely on your voice,
literally just you and a voice, that human connection is gone.
And you can't escape it. You can't slowly just like back away from someone like, oh, I'm gonna go check out that pot plant.
You can't be like, oh, where's my twin in this crowded room? Sorry, I need to go find my twin. This is my favorite excuse. I need to go to the toilet. Do you know where it is? We have been trying to
stop being so scared of the world, because most of the time we realize that we're predicting something to be a lot more scary than it really is.
Just like piercings. I wanted to get a septum piercing for so many years. I was so scared. When I went to finally get it, I was almost fainting. I was like, I think I need a bed with a wall behind me because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna faint. And I shut my eyes. I was waiting for them to pierce my nose, and I was like, oh, are you gonna do it? And they were like, it's already done. How many days until Christmas?
I'm not a real Christmas fan.
I thought you were gonna say you're a real Christian. Yeah, I am. I love G-Dog. So here on our smorgasbord of really nutritious
I thought you were gonna say small board. Our friend's here, be right back.
Hi everyone. So my name's Anna and I took this selfie on Instagram, and for the very first time I did a poll and I said, guess which twin this is. I was very surprised that 25% of people guessed wrong. What's in your bag?
It's a whole bunch of ingredients.
Oh, nice.
Our first guest has arrived. Kat, come show your beautiful self.
Hi.
Well, show them your Christmas shirt. We all interpret Santa in a different way. Santa could be Mother Mary. Santa could be this spidery guy here. Santa could be my nipple. Oh, it's not even that spicy. What are you cooking? Garlic bread?
Yeah.
Our friend's cooking pull apart garlic bread. So if you guys hear some rattling, it's not a rattlesnake, it's a rattle friend. A rattle friend. Yeah, it's really small.
This can be the thumbnail. Oh no, my finger's poking me. I need to go take my pizza back for a refund because there's a finger in it.
Oh my god.
Nessie has a lovely story she's going to share, so I'll just eat and listen to a story that I've already heard.
I've talked about it like once.
You wrote a status about it as well.
Oh yeah, I rarely ever post on my personal Facebook page. I probably haven't written a status in like 3 years.
But something really lovely happened to Nessie and she wrote a status about it. Our second guest is here. This is the first friend we made at our music college. Since we met him, we've been doing a lot of songwriting and a lot of teasing each other.
Welcome our friend Chris!
Hey girls, seeing as it's Christmas and I know you like bloody sparkly things, I got you this nice bag for Christmas.
Oh, this bag's pretty heavy. You sure that's all you're giving us?
Oh, there's something in it.
It's your artwork!
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. This was one of our favourite pieces. Really appreciate that. It would be hard to give something away that is so personal to you.
Yeah. That painting it's so close to my heart. I really didn't want to part with it, but seeing as it's you guys, I thought, nah.
I'll literally keep it forever. What I love about it is it's got a life form from every perspective you look at it. From this way, it's got a kangaroo. From this way, it's an emu. From this way, a gecko or a lizard.
A giant gecko, yeah.
And this one, it is a serpent snake.
So they all share the head, and when you turn it around, it becomes a new animal.
I kind of feel like me and Nessie are one entity but with like two different bodies.
That actually is called a common denominator. That's something you guys really share as twins.
I feel like we share the same heart and then we branch off each other into our own entities, but our roots are always connected.
Yes.
I really would like to give back to you, Chris. I've got this mouldy piece of pizza. It came with a finger for it. I was going to return it and get my money back. Our older brother is the biggest perpetrator of re-gifting gifts.
Oh god, yeah.
Every time we see him on a special occasion, he gives boxes of chocolate that he was given. Last week, we all graduated from our music course and we decided to write this song about our experience and all of the amazing friendships we made. It's called Friends for Life.
Friends for Life. It is a bit cheesy.
Chris is a bit of a class clown and every day he comes in with a different brain teaser for everyone. My favourite one so far has been this. What has a bottom at the top?
Yes.
We're going to sing you our song now and during the song you guys can have a little think about it. At the end of the song I will reveal the answer.
Delicious.
Start when you're ready, girls. I just...
We might be a little bit crazy. We might be a little bit hazy. We might be a little bit, but we had so much fun.
2, 3, 4.
Making friends for life. We had the best time. We had the best time. We had the best time. Yeah, we spent it right. We had the best time.
The answer to what has a bottom at the top is...
Let me demonstrate what it is. Ready?
Twerk it, girls! Legs! Open.
Can I say you girls look beautiful as always, by the way, too?
Thank you!
Australian Christmases are very hot.
You know how people write a Christmas wish list? There's only one thing in my list.
Aircon. What's bad about summer for us is that when we record our singing videos at home, we don't like to be heard and we don't like to feel like we're disturbing any of the neighbours. So we shut all of our bedroom windows and doors.
And obviously we can't have a fan on because it's too noisy.
So after hours of singing, we're on the verge of fainting. Our faces start melting off. I start hallucinating about food.
Think of the wicked.
All of this could just be a mirage.
Okay, so Christmas growing up, I was thinking about this the other day and how we've come a long way in, I guess, being proud of who we are. So we grew up in a family that didn't have much money and I remember we always dreaded going back to school after the Christmas holidays because everybody would ask each other what gifts they got for Christmas. And most people got really awesome things like Xboxes, mobile phones, iPods, and we never got things like that. So I felt ashamed and like I was less than because because I didn't have what the other kids had.
And it wasn't even about us feeling like we were missing out. Like, we genuinely didn't really care or feel like we needed or wanted anything. It was just that we didn't want to be different to other people.
When we were younger, we would sometimes lie about what we got, and then we started to learn that there was no shame in being different.
Like, we knew we'd be famous and rich one day, but it just wasn't when we were 8 years old, because I wasn't that hot or talented yet.
Yeah. Hey, come in! Oh, hello! Come in!
It's me!
You're either really flustered or you've got blush.
Oh yeah, front cheek. I'm sorry to any viewers that are under the age of whatever age you still believe in Santa, but we've got a story to tell you. You see, sometimes when a man and a woman love each other...
No, that's not the story we're telling.
Yeah.
This is a story of how we discovered Santa was fictional.
We were about 8 years old, so sweet, so innocent, laying there in bed in our cute little sunflower silk PJs.
We couldn't sleep on Christmas Eve because we were just so excited. So when our door creaked open and our father and big sister Esther snuck in, we were squinting slightly, pretending to be asleep, but fully awake and fully aware. We saw them creep around our room and leave gifts at the end of the bed. And that's when we discovered that my father is Santa! And the same thing happened with Easter. We were even less asleep and even more excited because this season involved chocolate.
My mum like never told me Santa was real, and I got in trouble for telling a different kid that Santa wasn't real. She put me in the naughty corner.
We're gonna leave you with this one last thought. In all Christmas movies, Santa never goes to the house directly next door. He always gets in his sleigh and flies off like 20 miles east.
To idolize someone, they need to be unattainable. You know how if you have a crush on someone and they're super into you, like, I'm not interested in them anymore. Santa needs to be hard to get, so you're like, oh yeah, you sexy.
Merry Christmas!